As you can probably see, the dust collection on my thicknesser sucks. Actually, it doesn't suck at all, it's crap. But today I'm gonna come up with a solution to try and fix this problem. So the main reason why this doesn't work is because of this dust chute right here. It's only got an internal diameter here of 42 millimeters, which is just not enough. And as you can see, every time I use it, it clogs up with shavings and it can't get out quick enough for how fast the blades are going. And that's a problem because I want to get some good 100 millimeter dust extraction hose onto it. But as you can see, there's no way that's going to fit. Now there are a few videos already out there on YouTube of people building actual boxes out of timber or plywood to try and solve this problem. But I thought I'd take it a step further and try and draw a design on CAD and actually 3D print a new dust chute to take my 100 mil hose. So this is the area I'm working with here. So I've got to make something up to sort of slot in there that is a very similar size to this. So before I jump on to the computer and start designing this thing up, I've got to get all the measurements I can. This is what I've sort of come up with. So basically, I'm recreating this dust chute here, but I'm extending it out further. I've got a 100 millimeter pipe coming off that I'm going to 3D print as well. Okay guys, so I've just moved inside to my editing studio. I've got my Fusion 360 up here on the computer, and I'm just watching a little bit of YouTube while I'm doing that. Just come across this channel here, which looks pretty good. So let's crack on and see if I can get this design drawn up. So this is the software here, Fusion 360. I'm just drawing up the basic shape. Obviously, I'm not going to include the whole 3 hours it took me to draw this, but just sort of giving you a bit of a glimpse of how I did it and that sort of thing. So you can sort of see the shape there of that little chute on top. Just going to extrude that 100 millimeter pipe up, make it hollow, and that's pretty much the whole design just there. The next thing I'm going to do is chuck it onto the slicer software. So that's this software here. And you know, I'm going to put both components on that. So this is how you actually send it to the 3D printer. And now you have both of the components printed and ready to meet me back at the workshop. Here is the new and improved dust boot, which I'm really excited to get on the machine. So we've gone from this to this weird looking drawing to then eventually getting this. Now this is printed in a few different parts. So I actually made this 100 mil dust chute part completely removable because I needed to kind of print it standing upright. It's a lot easier when you print things standing upright because you don't need to add too many supports in and around it. All right, first initial test run. Just needs to be shaved to get it kind of in past this part here. I've just went and got the original boot here. It definitely needs to be cut on the edges here. And it is now sliding in to that area, but the problem is now is that the bottom of it, it's actually hitting this bar here on both sides. So now I'm going to have to notch out this little bottom section here, which if you look at the original, it also has that back section notched out. Getting closer, just if I whip that off and this corner over here, I reckon I'm gonna get pretty close. I'm actually pretty happy with that. Let me just show you what I got here. So if you look inside there, you're pretty tight along the edges. Your stuff can still get through the bottom. Now I've got to try and get these 4 holes here transferred over onto the yellow new piece, and I was going to sort of hold that upside down on this one to try and get them, but I've come up with a better idea. I've just wound this the whole way up, and I'm going to try and put it underneath and just mark the underneath side of this. Then I can drill the holes up through. There's 4 holes there. Let's drill them out, see if the bolts fit in. Just found one mistake. The first mistake with this build, this little opening here that I left on purpose to fit this piece here in, I've now got to try and cut that in and fit it in and try and glue it in. I put that in originally so I could get my hand in to do the bolts up. I've just realized I've got this massive rectangle on the top that I could just do it with, and then I would actually bolt this on top of that. So bit of a waste, bit of stuffing around now to try and get this fitted in the side, but once that side piece is in, I'll be able to then put the bolts in, tighten it down, and then fit the top piece. Job's done. All right, the glue is set along all edges. All right, this is all completed now. I've got the side bit on. The last step now is to put this little chute here on top and fix that down to it. So these bolts here I've just found, I'm gonna pop those in. I'm actually gonna have to put my hand inside, but I can't do this step until I put it onto the machine because I can't actually get to the Allen keys while this is on. Have a look at how good this has turned out. I actually designed it to have that little round part there to kind of act as like a bit of a vortex for the air to sort of come up and then come through the chute. So it's on. I mean, it's really sturdy. It fits really well. I'm so excited to plug this hose in and run something through it. All right, I've just rigged this up temporarily just to test if it works. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know if it's gonna work or not, but I'm really excited to see what happens. I mean, surely it can't throw more chips than it did before, but let's go. Do you know I didn't turn the extractor on for that whole time? And I'm wondering why all these chips are sitting here in the clear hose. Take two. Come and have a look at this. Nothing, nothing. I can't believe it. Nothing. There's a little bit here, but I didn't think it was going to work. Let me show you from the front. Thanks for watching the video, and if you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the workshop next time. Cheers.